All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us today for our Meet the Speaker interview with Indy Butany-DeSouza. And she's going to tell us a little bit about who she is and what she does. But we're really excited that she's one of our featured speakers at the upcoming conference, which is the Virtual Power Conference to Advance Women in Energy. So with that, welcome, Indy.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
We are excited to have you. So this is kind of a casual get to know you, just a few questions about you. Folks who are interested in attending the conference can always go look at the conference website and read your bio and get your professional, read about who you are as a professional. But we like to do this as a little bit more casual way to get to know you as a person. So if you would please just start
That
off
sounds
with,
great.
yeah, it's fine. Your name, title, company?
Sure. Those are the easy questions, I take it. My name is Indy Butany-DeSouza. I'm Vice President, Regulatory Affairs and Privacy Officer at Alectra Utilities Corporation in Ontario, Canada.
Awesome. And tell us a little bit about your family, your hometown, and where you live.
Okay. Well, I'm married to my wonderful husband, Dirk. Dirk is in car sales and manages car dealerships. I have two beautiful children, Nevea, who is 13, I swear going on 23. She's in grade 8. And our lovely son, Rion. He is 8 and imminently turning 9 on January 3rd. So it's a busy household. We're in Toronto. I was a huge hockey fan, but we have converted to a hockey/basketball family because both my children play basketball. So we are huge Raptors fans.
Awesome.
That's what we're up to.
Cool. So yeah, that kind of dovetails into my next question, which is what do you do when you're not working?
Oh, well, I don't play basketball. Rest assured, there is no coordination for me to play basketball. I enjoy working out. I'm an avid runner and I love to cook. As well, I'm a creative coach. I teach adults, largely women, how to do paper crafting. I make handmade cards.
Nice.
Keeps me out of trouble.
That sounds like a really nice way to kind of shift gears.
Different part of my brain for sure.
Excellent. That's awesome. All right, here's one. What big changes do you see for your company and or this industry in the next 12 months?
In the next 12 months. Okay, well, definitely I can tell you that we're in what we call this 4D impact to the energy sector: digitization, decarbonization, democratization, and what did I forget? I said decarbon, digital, democratization, and oh my gosh, I'm going to forget the other D. Well, 3 to 4 Ds, let's say. Lots is changing. And so it's hard to say what's going to happen in the next 12 months because were it not for the pandemic, I'd probably have a different outlook. Certainly here in Ontario, and given the date when we're recording this, we are in a full lockdown in Toronto, and we are going into a province-wide lockdown on Boxing Day on December 26th. So by the time you watch this, we'll be well into a lockdown. We'll come out of that for sure. And with the beginning of the rollout of the vaccines, certainly things will open up again. But I really do think that for the next 12 months, 2021 will certainly be about recovery, helping our customers recovery, trying to see the load that we have lost. We're an electric utility company, trying to bring back that load. That's probably the trend for the next 12 months. Beyond that, the Ds that I talked about are certainly impacting us. And so we're seeing massive changes to how people use electricity, that we can store electricity. So I think that, hopefully we're going to evolve from a traditional utility to an energy company more broadly with different ancillary services.
I definitely think the pandemic has shifted so many of utility and power companies in terms of moving to digital, moving to work from home, moving to different ways of doing things in a way, of course, just as you said, nobody would have predicted, but sort of now that they're in place, it's like, okay,
What do we do?
maybe we can flourish in a new direction with this. That's very cool.
What's the real life experiment, right? Like no one would have done it, but we have this huge experiment and all this data. So we definitely shouldn't ignore it.
Exactly. Great. Who are a couple of your role models and why?
There are so many. I am so blessed to be surrounded along my career trajectory with so many fantastic people. Um, but to name just a couple of mentors along the way, I think first and foremost, my lifelong mentors are my parents. They are incredible. They're incredible humans. I am so blessed that I got matched up with them, that God gave me to them, however way you see it. They're physicians. They know nothing about the energy sector, but their role modeling has been about just being good, striving to do the best work that you can do and to do the best for other people. And those are huge footsteps to follow in, despite the fact that the messaging is pretty simple. In addition, earlier in my career, when I was at Direct Energy, I had the executive to whom I reported. He was just a wonderful person. He empowered me to ask questions, to, we all say it, no questions stupid, except that perhaps when you're the person asking the question, you don't always feel that safe space to actually ask what you think is not the most intelligent questions. But long before it was the rhetoric about safe spaces, he created a safe space for women, and in particular younger women. So certainly him.
That's excellent.
And then I have the big glossy people I look up to, the Michelle Obamas of the world, the Mahatma Gandhis, given my ethnic background. It's hard not to have some of the more high profile people that you aspire to take nuggets from as well.
Absolutely. That's great about your parents. And I feel the same way about mine. And when you meet other people in life and in business who don't have that relationship and didn't have that push from your two biggest cheerleaders, it's you realize what a blessing it is, for sure.
It's so true.
Yes. What is your biggest goal for 2021?
Biggest goal. Can I say not to put on the COVID-19? I'm really trying to avoid it. But perhaps jokes aside, Alectra has a keen focus on ED&I, equity, diversity, and inclusion. And I'd love to continue to be involved in that and to move that needle forward for Alectra. So I guess from a professional standpoint, certainly that.
Great. All right. What do you wish people understood that would make your role easier in the company?
I wish people understood. So I lead regulatory affairs. And so regulatory affairs interacts very heavily with our regulator, the Ontario Energy Board, which is the same in any jurisdiction. You interact with the Public Utilities Commission or whichever the regulator may be. You interact with government and then often with the independent, like the grid operator. In Ontario, it's the Independent Electricity System Operator, the ISO. I wish people understood that I can't just tell them what to do. Often I am approached by colleagues, other people from other business units in the company. Indy, can't we just tell the regulator that we want to do X, Y, or Z? My goodness, I really wish we could. And I'm happy to advocate. But for as compelling a case as I think I advance, I can't just tell them what to do. So I wish people understood that a little bit more. It's a fine balance, ebbs and flows between give them a little bit of information, wait, give a little bit more, wait a little bit longer. You can tell why I enjoy cooking or running or paper crafting, because those are near-term results compared to work life.
I was going to say you're in much more control when you're doing those activities, but it sounds like you've really worked to balance the information that goes to the regulator, bodies to be, not to just throw everything at them, doling it out at a certain pace, at a certain cadence is obviously what's most effective. And that's expertise that you had to learn. And
It's challenging because most people will tell you I'm not a patient person. And so that I think is uh, could be highly negatively impactful career wise. And so I need to manage that delicate balance and make sure that we strike that balance.
that's awesome. All right, I've got two more questions for you.
Okay.
What are you grateful for?
Oh my gosh. I feel like 2020 has been such a year of, at least for me, for personal growth, because I never would have slowed down life like we were forced to this year. I spent, despite the fact that I'm now entirely working from home and my children do go to school, though my daughter's in a hybrid model because of COVID and my son goes to school full time. Uh, I never would have had that kind of time with them. We would have continued running nonstop to basketball practices, and my son and I do karate together, so to the dojo, and on she goes. So I'm really grateful in not all, I mean, there's so much not to be grateful for in 2020, and so that's the obvious. But there are a lot of nuggets from 2020, and I'm really grateful for the pause and the opportunity to spend more time with my husband and my children, with my parents, in a way that isn't frenetic, in a way that, is meaningful, because we kind of didn't have anyone else or anything else to do but be with each other. And so I really value that.
That's
I will
wonderful.
carry that into 2020. I hope I carry that into 2021 and beyond.
I'll make sure you do.
Thank you.
I'll check in on you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, last question. What are you most excited about right now?
What am I most excited about right now? To be done work. I have one more day. And with the lockdown that the government has just announced, so they announced on Monday and it's coming this Saturday. There's been changes to electricity rates and policy. So that has catapulted us into a stage of busy that we wouldn't have anticipated for a few days before Christmas. And in particular, as we wind down and then people are on vacation, but we still need to get ready for Jan 1st. The pace has been far from slow and easing into Christmas. So I'm certainly thankful for the break. I'm thankful uh, to stop and just enjoy the family time, notwithstanding that it isn't the Christmas that I'd necessarily want in the way that I would want it. But I'm grateful and excited about chilling in new pajamas and just hanging out.
That's
So that's what
awesome.
I'm looking forward to.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you
I
so much.
really appreciate it. And as I said, we are so excited to feature you as a presenter at the conference coming up. So look forward to, and that's just in a few weeks, actually,
Yeah.
which is kind of unbelievable. But yeah, please enjoy your holiday and your new year. And we'll look forward to seeing you in just a few weeks at the conference.
Sounds great. Thank you so
Awesome.
much once again. I'll see you soon.
All right. Take care. Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.